Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we'll go over a myriad of different topics. One, we'll go over how XRP is down 2.62%. And I've seen the comments of not just this community, a lot in this community, but across the board as well. Discussing this community in particular, I think it's pretty ironic that we've gotten so many people that feel like XRP is falling out of the pattern, feels like XRP is just a load of garbage, that don't actually pay attention to the analysis day to day. They see XRP can go to 74 cents, but they just pay attention to that, and they have no understanding of the technicals as a whole. As we've talked about, when XRP got up to 64.2 cents, a rejection in that area like yesterday, and we started rotating down, we had 2 points. 60.8 cents, or we're going to come back down to this uptrend at 58.2 cents. And the reason why I said that is because this is the new expansion zone. If we're looking to hold an expansion zone, we've got to continue riding this uptrending support. And this is the actual uptrend that's taking place right now instead of coming all the way back down to 38.8 cents. If this uptrend holds and we can keep bouncing off of it, this would be your new uptrending support. And I call these expansion zones. If it breaks down, there's the very real possibility that we can come down to the bottom of the handle. There's nothing that's changed here over the technicals. In fact, this descending triangle we broke out of, we're back testing right now. So this is yesterday what we talked about at the initial back test. And this is at 59.1 cents. Had it come back down, not held the mid-tier resistance on the handle resistance. This is the mid-tier handle resistance at 61.1. This is tailor-made right now. Nothing's changed. We're literally back testing right now. If we fail the back test, it's like we said, we'll probably have to come down to that 50 cent level if we fail the back test. But make no mistake about it, this is still in the exact same rotation we talked about yesterday. Whether it's pushing up or pulling down to support on a back test, it's just as important. How do we know if we broke out of a descending triangle if we don't backtest it? In fact, how often do we break patterns and not backtest it? Hardly ever, if ever. The number one thing I always try to tell the community is that when you break out of a pattern formation, no matter how high it goes, you always come back and backtest it. Now, this is the shorter narrative. Is this good enough of a backtest? This is a shorter backtest. We've already seen how that 582 level could be the overall back test where that handle formation is actually formed. We've also got this part of the rotation. We're on a bigger pattern. We're trying to hold right now, and we're trying to figure out where the extension zone is. Now, it's possible, well, it's supposed to be like this. So it came back perfectly. I don't know why I got pushed up, but you can see very conclusively how this is supposed to be set up. And I must have moved it when I started the analysis this morning, but you got support. If you ride up, you've got support again. So this very well could be hitting this expansion zone. So we need to see today if this continues pulling down, and if it does, you could come all the way back down here, and this is 55.70. Don't necessarily want it there because you've got this inverted pattern that is formed, pushed out, now you're back testing. If this breaks out, you're going to get your nice push up. Now understand here though, if you do hold this consolidation, and I'm showing you all this early because I've seen a lot of people complaining, and instead of actually understanding technical analysis, most people would rather play the victim and act like XRP just every time it goes up, it goes down. It's not true. Right now, there's a reason for this back test. If it fails the back test, we know that it's bearish in this area, and more than likely we come down to 55, 53, and ultimately 49.9 cents. That doesn't mean the pattern's busted. It just means it wasn't ready to break out. We still have a technical move. And if we just bring this down to where X marks the spot, let's say it breaks out from X marks the spot, and we were a little early. Now instead of 74.8, it goes up to 73.7. Nothing's changed. We're still in that same exact formation. We're still back testing the expansion zone. That's why I put the expansion zone in so everybody could see it so clearly. But if you're going to have to back test, you have to back test. So I even told everybody yesterday, if you were going long like I did at 59.7, what did I say the area to sell was? You could either sell at 62.2, or when it comes up, if it gets rejected at where the head and shoulders pattern was at 64.2 cents, you could sell it and then rebuy it back at either 608 or in the expansion zone at 582. So that's the plan for me. And the more negativity I see, the more bullish I get. And man, today did I wake up to a bombardment of people that are playing the victim, to the ones who act like you can only own XRP, which is another thing I'll never understand. Why can you only own XRP if you're an XRP holder? It makes zero sense. In fact, if you're looking for XRP to go parabolic and you have patience, the most important thing you can do is buy other ISO, IoT assets, other cryptos that you believe in, and expand into precious metals and commodities so that you don't have all your eggs in one basket. The worst thing to do is have all your eggs in one basket. Because then while you watch every other thing pop and XRP's behind, then you're like, oh my God, I put all my money into this. What a load of shit. Yada. And that's what's happening right now. The majority of people that talk smack about XRP, they only own XRP, or they don't own it at all. They don't own it at all. So if you're selling because of somebody in the comments that's making you feel uneasy, you're not holding the right asset. If you're selling because somebody on social media, or buying because somebody on social media is telling you to, you're not in the right asset. You've got to make this up yourself. You've got to be in the right mindset. And I'm coming at it this morning only because I feel like a lot of people need to hear the truth. Nobody ever talks about the back test. Nobody ever shows it transparently like I do, but yet I take a lot of grief because on the way up to the rejection at 64.1, everybody's happy. But then to come back down to the back test at 585, everybody's pissed. We can't have it both ways. If it goes up there for the rejection and doesn't pass it like we said yesterday, it's got no choice but to come back and retest the uptrend. That's actually around 582. There's nothing wrong with that. This is standard operating procedure. So I know a lot of people get a little uneasy. A lot of people just can't seem to understand what's actually going on the charts. Another reason why we're dipping, just like precious metals this morning, the US dollar currency index is up 0.75% or 77.5 cents at 104.885. We talked about this before, how we were actually set up for a breakout. We're on the top side, we built a W reversal, and now it looks like we're going to get one last ditch effort, possibly up to 107.30. That's not good for the price of crypto nor precious metals, because if the US dollar is up at 107, you're going to get price depreciation just on the fact that the US dollar on appearance is stronger. It makes things to buy look cheaper. Not that crypto is getting cheaper, not that precious metals are any less valuable. It's that if I go to buy precious metals today, I'm getting $2,323 per ounce. I lost 1.23%. That's mainly because of the rise in the DXY. So when you actually watch it from a whole, right now the DXY is having a parabolic spike, and this for crypto as well. The price of XRP's come down. It's depreciated because the US dollar value's gone up. This is a case of optics this morning. If the US dollar went down this much and everything was going down, I'd say, all right, we have a reversal. This speaks to me of, this is all manipulation. This is absolutely all manipulation. The reason I can fluently say that is the fact that the 10-year yield's up 2.86% to 4.5%. The US dollar's rising. Does anybody know what's coming out today? You get the data today. We get the inflation report. We get the CPI. Isn't it a coincidence that all this is happening right now? Oftentimes before the CPI report comes out, things go the opposite of what they're going to do when it comes out. So let's not get trapped this morning. Pay attention to the analysis. Understand that XRP is still bullish, but that doesn't mean it can't come down to 50 cents, especially if you were to lose the 582 and the 55 and 53 cents. That would be a push back down to the bottom of the handle. But don't come on or don't watch or don't comment and act like things have just fallen apart. In fact, nothing has changed from yesterday. We are now back testing the move from yesterday, which is you need to do. So we'll get into Bitcoin. How it's down 1,436 points, or down 2.08%. I mean, if we just look at the analysis, the fact that Bitcoin could not hold 70,475, now you have to come back down to 67,380. We talked about this yesterday. We're stuck in a rhythm. We're stuck in a rotation. Just because you show little push outs, if it doesn't break through, you have to come back to your support. 70,475 didn't hold. That was a catalyst to bounce off that to hit 79,337 or 377. The fact we came back into the ascending rotation puts the technical target at 67,000. roughly 381, but we'll bring it down just a little bit because of where it's at. It's actually 67,000. So now it's back testing a failed push up, and now we're going to see if the support maintains in this area. It's that simple. This is essentially an expansion zone on the uptrend, and it's going to try to hit it again for the third time. You can see where I circled it the first time. The second time was hit right here. Third time it's going to try to hit here. These are higher lows. If this continues to play out on this uptrend, eventually it's going to break out and push out. I'm telling you, this doesn't seem so right this morning. The fact the CPI is coming out, the fact that the 10 years just going up for no reason, the fact that I'm looking at the DXY up 0.75% today, and it looks like it's targeting a reversal up to 107. This is not a surprise because we're on the top side of the formation. We talked about this yesterday if it were to break out. It's not that crypto or precious metals are going down. They're being depreciated right now by the overzealous move in the dollar. And is this going to actually play out? Is this a fake out? I don't know, but we got into oversold awfully quickly in the overbought in the 2 hourly very quickly. But we still got room here. That's the point. The point is if they want to make an overzealous run in the US dollar to 107, it's going to happen. If that happens, we're going to continue to consolidate down to, we're going to consolidate. We can't fight the US dollar currency index when it comes to depreciating assets, stocks, and also precious metals alike because your dollar goes farther, which means it shouldn't cost as much to buy one share of or one token of XRP because the dollar is being appreciated this morning. So that's what I got there. And then I also want to read right here, XRP whales move 56 million coins amid price fluctuation. What's next for XRP price? So please make sure to hit that like button as we get into the intro so YouTube recommends this update. It is so important to recommend this update and have people see the truth instead of getting caught up in the FUD and bullshit all the time and getting caught in the nonsense of XRP going to $10,000 a token. We need to focus on not just the here and now, but have the accurate information on the charts and news alike to make an accurate and informed decision on the charts. We do not play the victim here. We play the winner. We do not do negativity here in the comments. We do positivity. And if you're negative, you're just not going to get help by me nor the ones who are here for the long term. There's no way to see the true information if you're always negative. That's a form of mind control. Don't fall into mind control. Don't fall into predictive program of only looking at the negative and everything. Today, everybody's going to look at the red. They're not looking at the back test. That could actually lead us out to very big gains here. So let's make sure that this does have a back test and doesn't fall through and lose that 50-cent mark at worst before everybody cries foul. Let's make sure that 582, in fact, doesn't give up. Or around this 59-cent area on this uptrend. I mean, let's just make sure these areas stay intact before we start to complain. And even if it comes down, so many people say that they're waiting for XRP to go down, but when it comes down, those same people complain that XRP is a pile of trash. See how that works? So good morning. 9:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. And if you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, don't hesitate. Make sure you have it all set up in these high times of volatility when the price is down. BITUNIX is in the video description below and or pinned comments. I highly encourage you to take advantage of that platform. The lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. You don't have to worry about high times of volatility of the exchange being down on momentous moments like this. If you don't want to use a KYC, you don't have to. If you transfer and withdraw from exchange to exchange, no VPN required, so you don't have to feel like a criminal. And if I buy 1,000 XRP, $1,000 worth of XRP right now, I get 52 less XRP on Uphold than I do on BITUNIX. So why the hell are we throwing our money away for no reason? So pay attention to the hints I give everybody so you can delegate through this market in a more profound way. And then if you want to show me personal support, you can always send a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army. Very slow to start this month, which is expected. Some months I get more support, some months I get diddly squat. This month's turning into one of those diddly squat months, but there have been a few donations and people that join Tom's Army. So if you do appreciate my work and you want to motivate me, pay it forward. Other than that, the only other thing to say is when we're looking through this market, make sure you also watch the XRP Bitcoin pairing. We're down 0.45% today to the 885 level. If you've been watching the technicals, you know what's happening here. We're trying to break out. Right now we pushed up and now we're back testing the move. This is exactly what you want to do. Exactly what you want to do. So right now we're going to see if the 20-day holds here in the 4-hourly. If not, there is a chance that we rotate all the way back down and have to retest this at 846. But as of right now, we're going to watch it more as the attempt to hold here. And there's a very small possibility, and it's small right now, and just because it looks like it's coming through, but there was a chance that we could have started that little uptrend. But it looks like, at least momentarily, we could be falling to the downside. So pay attention to that when it comes to the XRP Bitcoin pairing. But it is speaking, if it ever can get out of here, which it will eventually, we know this pattern is a bullish reversal. It doesn't mean that it doesn't ride it out the whole way, though, unfortunately. But if it does hit this in the appropriate spot, and we take a little bit longer, you're looking at about the 1071. So let's just see if this can play true, or if it does in fact start coming back down. And then the only other thing I really want to show is the XRP market cap. Then we're going to do the reading, and then I'm out. XRP market cap is down back to the uptrending support. Back within that ascending formation, we got rejected at 34.7, and we've come all the way back down. If we come through the 34.7, it'll be interesting. We don't really want to lose that area, in my opinion. So let's just, or the 32.7. So we don't really want to lose that area. So for XRP, we want to maintain that control. With the Bitcoin dominance, it's up 0.16% to 54.32. And that is also trying to rotate as well. We fell down outside of what looked like could be a bull flag. So now if we're back testing it and showing bearishness, that's what we're trying to do right now. But just understand, if it comes back above this resistance, it could still have put in a same thing we were seeing. It was just elongated. So let's see if in fact the dominance gets rejected at 54.5%. So a little more consolidation to come today. It's no different than we seen yesterday when if we got rejected within the areas. We just have to, everybody just needs to watch the entirety of the technical analysis. I did not do a live yesterday because I was not feeling too great last night. I had a really bad headache, and I ended up going to bed at like 8 o'clock. And it was just one of those days. Wasn't feeling so great, and needed a reset. So, and based on the comments as well, it seems like everybody else could have used a reset as well, because it gave you more time to actually watch the information that I put out instead of putting so much out. Because a lot of people are getting it twisted, and it's honestly, it's not okay for your portfolio to not understand the pattern fully and to be caught up in all the fun and bullshit all the time. Got to pay attention to the reality and the truth. That's the bottom line. XRP whales move 56 million coins amid price fluctuation. What's next for XRP price? And you also have to pay attention. When we have targets of 74 cents, when we say that you have back test at 58.2, there's a reason why. When we say that the back test has to hold, or that even if it goes to 74, it could still drop down to 50 cents. There's a reason why I say that, because it's all possible. XRP whales are active again as 56 million coins were shifted in the past 24 hours. This piqued significant investor attention emerging in XRP's price fluctuations. XRP, a cryptocurrency backed by Ripple Labs, tailored a torrent of speculative buzz across the global crypto realm today, as its price showcased a highly volatile movement in the past 24 hours. Amid this heightened volatility, nearly 56 million coins shuffled by whales nabbed significant investor attention across the broader crypto market. According to the data revealed by blockchain tracker Whale Alert, 55.87 million XRP was collectively shifted in a series of two transactions today, April 10th. The first transaction illustrated 23.87 million XRP worth 14.84 million dumped to Bitstamp, a Luxembourg city-based SEX, whereas 32 million XRP worth 19.34 million was accumulated from Upbit, a South Korean crypto exchange, per the second transaction. This phenomenon stirred speculation over a mixed sentiment among whales for the asset, as data pointed out dumps and accumulations in hand. Meanwhile, as XRP's price trajectory showcased a highly volatile movement, these transactions additionally birthed questions among investors over the Ripple-backed token's price action ahead. Intriguingly, on-chain metrics further shrewd the token in a cloud of enigma, hinting at a positive sentiment among investors partaking in the derivatives market. However, the The XRP price showcased movement in the red territory at press time. As of writing, the XRP token's price noted a 1.21% dip down over the past 24 hours, as it's now down about 2.4%, trading at 0.5086. Notably, the token's 24-hour high and lows are 64.13, and now it's at 59.7, I believe, somewhere around there. Nonetheless, despite XRP's volatile movement, CoinGlass data reinforced potential price uptrend for the token, revealing a notable surge in its open interest derivatives volume. XRP's open interest jumped 3.05%, whereas volume rocketed 49.94%. This underlines an optimistic outlook for XRP in the market, whereas the broader crypto market's reflection of signs of recovery further garners optimism surrounding XRP's price movements ahead. Please make sure to hit that like button if you made it until the end. Actually, make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends the update. And if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments below. And stay up to date. Don't fall for the victim mindset. Pay attention to what's going on in the rotation and understand XRP is very much in a bullish setup still. It's just a matter of interpretation and how you control your own very emotion.